Lesson 1-2, linear measure. Let's go ahead and get into these problems in your packet. The very first problem says find the measure of line segment JL. We're going to go ahead and start by writing an equation. So JK plus KL equals JL. Again, we've got our two parts of the line segment, JK and KL, and together, because they are collinear, we can say that JK plus KL equals JL. So let's go ahead and plug in what we know. JK is 8.4 plus KL, which is 3.9. And if you add those two numbers together, you get 12.3. So the measure of JL is equal to 12.3 centimeters. Now let's find the measure of line segment LM. Again, we're going to start by writing an equation. LM plus MN, the two parts, they're going to equal LN, which is the whole. Let's go ahead and plug in what we know. We know MN is 2.6. LN is 4. And we're trying to figure out what LM is. So let's go ahead and just call it X. That's the variable. That's what we're trying to figure out. Plus 2.6. Now how do we solve for X? We're going to subtract 2.6 from both sides. And X equals 1.4. So now we know, because we substituted X for LM, that LM, the measure of line segment LM, is equal to 1.4 centimeters. Next, we're going to find the measure of the variable X and line segment ST if T is between S and U. ST equals 7X, SU equals 45, and TU equals 5X minus 3. Again, we're going to begin by writing an equation. UT plus TS equals US. Let's go ahead and plug in what we know. UT is equal to 5X minus 3. TS, which is the same as ST, is equal to 7X. And then US, which is the same as SU, is equal to 45. And now all we have to do is solve for X. We can combine like terms on the left side of the equation. 5X and 7X will give us 12X. Minus 3 equals 45. You have to add 3 to both sides of the equation. And we're left with 12X equals 48. Divide by 12 on both sides of the equation, and we're left with X equals 4. So we found X, but now we've got to find ST. Remember, ST is equal to 7X. Let's plug 4 back into X, and we're left with 28. So ST equals 28. This next problem says find the measure of N and WX. If W is between X and Y, WX is equal to 6N minus 10, XY equals 17, and WY equals 3N. Just to make sure we're on the same page, I'm going to go ahead and draw this line segment. Got 3 points. W is going to be between X and Y. So if we were to write an equation, it would be XW plus WY equals XY. Let's go ahead and plug in what we know. XW, which is the same as WX, is 6N minus 10 plus WY, which is 3N, equals XY, which is 17. Now what we've got to do is solve for our variable N. On the left side of our equation, we're going to combine like terms. So 9n, because 6n plus 3n is 9n, minus 10 equals 17. We're going to add 10 to both sides. And now we're left with 9n equals 27. Divide by 9 on both sides, and n equals 3. Finally, we need to plug n back into wx. And if you remember, wx is equal to 6n minus 10. N equals 3, so we plug that back in. 6 times 3 is 18, minus 10, and wx equals 8. The last two problems deal with the following situation. Find the value of the variable and yz if y is between x and z. And before we go into those, I just want to make sure that you guys draw this line segment out. Again, you have a line segment with 3 points. Y is between x and z. So if we were to write the equation for this situation, it'd be xy plus yz equals xz. The first situation we have here is xy equals 11, yz equals 4c, and xz equals 83. So again, we'll start by writing our equation. xy plus yz equals xz. We're going to plug in 11 for xy, 4c for yz, and 83 for xz. And now all we have to do is solve for c. We're going to subtract 11 from both sides. That leaves us with 4c equals 72. And if we divide both sides by 4, now c equals 18. Now to find yz, which again is 4c, we need to plug in 18 for the variable c. 4 times 18 is 72. So yz equals 72. Our last problem states that xy equals 3a minus 4, yz equals 6a plus 2, and xz equals 5a plus 22. Again, we're going to start like always with our equation. xy plus yz equals xz. Let's plug in 3a minus 4 for xy plus 6a plus 2 for yz, and that's going to equal xz, which is equal to 5a plus 22. On the left side of the equation, we're going to combine our like terms. 3a plus 6a equals 9a. Negative 4 plus 2 is a negative 2, so 9a minus 2 equals 5a plus 22. We're going to subtract 5a from both sides. That leaves us with 4a minus 2 equals 22. Add 2 to both sides. That leaves us with 4a equals 24. I'm going to rewrite that way up here. 4a equals 24. Divide both sides by 4, and a equals 6. Now we're going to plug a back into the equation for yz, because that's what we need to figure out. Yz equals 6a plus 2. Plug 6 into the equation. 6 times 6 is 36 plus 2. So yz now equals 38. All right, that's it for the problems for lesson 1-2. Make sure if you have any questions, you ask me the next time you see me.